Morning, beloveds. I wanted to read you something this morning, just one line that I read from beloved Osho this morning, and it touched me deeply, and I just thought it triggered something in me. So I'm just going to read this little paragraph. Okay, now you see me with glasses on. Hello, hello, hello. This is me with glasses on. Okay, so this is from beloved Osho, and it really touched me this morning, so I'm going to read it. The most unfortunate thing in our lives is that we have lost our participation in life. We have lost our inner attunement and harmony with life. We are a long way from life itself. We no longer have any connection with the whole. There is no bridge anymore between ourselves and existence. So this was the paragraph that I read this morning, and it triggered something to share. So here I go again. I feel this is very true. On some level, we have lost our connection with life, with ourselves, with our surroundings. We have desensitized ourselves, or we have allowed ourselves to become desensitized. One of the reasons I see is because we are moving at the moment in very, very fast speed. Everything is running, everything is pushing you to move faster and faster. And as we move faster and faster, physically, emotionally, we run into relationships quicker, we don't take time, we run from one point to the other, we are always heading, we are born and we are going to die. And these things are known, are understood. This body is going to anyway. But we forget, what do we want to do in this space in between? And if we're not careful, we're running from here and we're just running to death. And eventually we will be dead. And will we have enjoyed the journey? Will we have had adventures on the journey? Or will we just have been running for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing? So I feel in this time it is incredibly important to start to resensitize ourselves, to start to reconnect with life. The book I'm reading at the moment, I read like one page because Osho's words are so precious. There is so much in even a small paragraph, and it just resonates with me. In this book I'm reading at the moment of Osho's, which is called Silence, he's at a meditation camp, and he's just basically guiding the people to listen to the sounds of nature, actually to be silent more, and to listen to the sounds that are around without identifying with them. So in this camp, he also gave a small method at night. So I'm just going to give it very quickly. I'm going to give it here in my own words, and maybe you'd like to try it at night to help to sensitize yourself, to help to open yourself up and to come back a little bit to yourself. And you can do it at night before you go, as you're going to sleep. So as you go to sleep, you go into sleep in this meditation space, and in this you then will be humming in that throughout the night. Obviously, if you go into sleep after reading a book or watching a movie or something like this, then you take that memory, that what is held in the mind, and you take that also into sleep. So okay, so first of all, the guidance is that you lie down. You've done everything, you've cleaned your teeth, you've done everything, you're ready to sleep. So you lie down in your bed, you turn the light off, and first of all, you just let yourself go through your body. Just feel your body lying on the mattress. Feel your If your muscles are tense, just tense them up really tight for a minute and then just let them relax. And just go through your body and let your body relax. Let your head be on the pillow, let yourself be relaxed. Let your whole body melt a little bit. The next thing that you do is that you then go to your breathing and you just allow the breathing to slowly slow down and relax and also become gentle. You're not doing it, it's just a natural, bringing your awareness to your breathing and just allow your breathing. Your body is relaxed, allow your breathing also to become relaxed. You do these for about 2 minutes each, just simply. And then you just listen to the sounds around. You listen to maybe the distant traffic. You listen to the birds if there are any. You listen to the night animals if there are any. You listen to anything. You just allow the listening to happen. You are not actively getting involved with what is there. You're not thinking about it. You are just allowing it to be there. And you are just aware of your surroundings, but just in a very gentle way. And you just allow it to be there without being in any story with it. And in that, you allow yourself to go to sleep in this space. This space will then be with you all night as you go into deep sleep. It will stay with you. And as you wake, this is the energy you will wake with in the morning. And when you wake, if you want, you can also slowly give your body a nice stretch, and again just listen to the sounds that are there as you come back into the morning, and maybe a little bit slowly give yourself a good stretch and then get up and start your day. Now the thing is that we have become desensitized because we are afraid to feel. We have had experiences that have maybe shocked us or have hurt us, or we don't want to feel. So a lot of the time we're not feeling. And as you start to become more sensitive, of course, there is a fear with that, because as you go into sensitivity and as you start to feel, then of course there's the possibility that you can be hurt. Because we're human beings. And if you start with yourself and you start to be aware, it is a courageous journey. It is not, it seems like the smallest of things, but actually to sensitize yourself and to be aware, it is courageous. But as you do this, and as you can learn, and it is a learning really, there is a knack to it, as you can learn to see but not judge. Just see and be aware, like this meditation at night, this little meditation. It will help you to be aware of everything that is around, not to close it off, not to have to be in a cave or anything, but not have to be away from everything. But everything can be there, but you are being aware not to be identified with it, just that it is there. And also, if you can try and just slow down at some stage in your day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, and you don't have to sit in meditation, you can just maybe make a cup of tea and you sit just for 5 minutes, even if it's in your car in the parking lot, and you just stop, you go away from everybody else. You just, if there's a park there, it's nice, obviously it's lovely if it's something like that, if nature is around you, but if not, just go and maybe sit in your car, relax your ass, maybe have a cup of tea, and just for 5 minutes just breathe and just come back to yourself. Now, as I said, this can be scary because we are afraid to open ourselves to feelings and to sensitivity, because then we are aware of maybe another person's pain. We are aware of our own pain. We are aware if somebody is not being nice to us. But the trick is, you are also then sensitive to those who respond to you. You are sensitive to those people that are kind to you. You are sensitive to just a stranger that passes by and you give them a smile and they give you a smile back. You are sensitive to notice these things. You are sensitive to to suddenly see a small bird, and you'll suddenly look and you'll see something magic. With the sensitivity, magic starts to happen. And you start to see in the smallest of things, even in your day, that you've been missing because you've been blocking the sensitivity because of the fear of the not so nice things. But when you block the sensitivity, you also block the sensitivity to see the beautiful stuff that is around. And there must be at least 50-50. So look at what you're missing. And what I found for myself, and even this morning I was drinking a cup of tea and I read this simple paragraph from Osho, and I was just sitting here and I was overwhelmed with this moment, with this piece of just being in the moment with all. Now I can hear there's planes going over from the army are testing, and there's a noise. Sometimes they're very noisy and it's very alive. But there is this, when one comes back to the self, and one is not afraid to be sensitive. Okay, one will be open to seeing and feeling the not so beautiful things sometimes, but one will equally be open to seeing and feeling all those beautiful things that you're cutting off. So, my beloved ones, have courage. There can be such an overwhelming, I don't know how to say, peace with just the moment, just sitting there with yourself in the moment, and you can nearly even be in tears and nothing big is happening. It is the smallest of, just to suddenly allow that you can feel you. You can feel this moment. And you're not rushing to find the next moment or the next answer or the next love or the next sexual experience or the next food or the next anything. But you just stop and just be with what is. In my experience, as I've travelled through experiences, of course I had to face all my most difficult stuff. It seems like it's always easy for me. It has been an incredible journey. To be, one has to be courageous, because one has to open your eyes. But there comes a point where you see, and it's not a cold not identifying, but you are not identified in the same way. It's like you are seeing but not judging. It's like you are aware of things, but you are not involved in them. You are not caught in them. My teacher, Dharaj, said to me once, he said, "It's not easy to see things, is it, Suchira?" Because I was asking her a question. And I said, "No, it's not." And he said, "What you need to do is clear your heart so that you can see. And it's clear, your heart is clear and clean and empty, really, because if you see and you identify too much, it will kill you, because it will, in this time to come," he was talking about this time we're in now, "it will be too painful to see all the stuff." So he said you need to clear your heart so that you can see and not be identified, otherwise it will kill you. And then you can truly hold the space, because you're not trying to fix anybody, but you can hold the space for people who are maybe just coming into this. So, my beloved ones, have the courage to start to become sensitive. Have the courage to start to feel again, to truly feel. That means you will be aware of many things, but you will also be aware of the blessings. And even you'll suddenly stop in the middle of a day and suddenly a wind will go through and it'll just hit you and it'll be, wow, oh, this wind is touching me. Oh, wow, the wind, suddenly for a minute some leaves are moving, you'll just stop and see the leaves moving in the wind. And there will be such a, here comes the wind. See, it comes. There's a wind through my garden. All the leaves just move silently, or with a little bit of rustling. So it doesn't have to be big things. You don't have to be in a beautiful place. You can be in the marketplace and you will still find these beautiful things. Suddenly somebody may just pass you and you just have this smile inside you and you just smile at them. And then they suddenly break into a smile and they were so serious, and you realize you're not identified with it. You don't need to know this person, but you have touched them and they have touched you. And there is such a beauty. But one has to open the sensitivity again. So, my beloveds, this is my challenge for you, to have the courage to open your sensitivity. If you can see. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, okay, I live, it looks like I do live in paradise, but I actually live in the middle of Pune. I live in a very busy city now. Pune is a very busy city. But somehow, I never thought I would live in a city. Everybody goes, why don't you live in Goa? Why don't you live in the Himalayas? Why don't you live somewhere in nature? But somehow there is something very precious here. And even in every place you can find a precious space because it's within you. But you have to have the sensitivity, you have to open your sensitivity. And when you open your sensitivity, you will find the beautiful places, you will find the special places in the most ordinary of places. You may even just carry a crystal in your pocket, or I don't know, find things in the most beautiful, simple places. And then you will share that on. So my beloveds, good morning, hello, and I'm going to finish this video now. I hope it helps somebody. Try the meditation at night. So the first is to relax the body, the muscles, the body, and make sure that it's comfortable. The second is to just allow the breathing to relax and become just relaxed. Not doing it, but just allow it to just slow down and be relaxed. And the third is, as you're going off to sleep, just allow everything around you just to be there. Be aware of the subtle sounds, but don't be involved in them. And as you go off to sleep, that will support your whole night's sleep. It will help to sensitize the body. And just keep being gentle with yourself. Have courage, do it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Anyway, I love you heaps, and it doesn't have to cost you anything. Okay, I love you heaps. If you look, I put up an inner smile meditation, so that's also a nice one to do, and to understand that, there's some steps there. Okay. I love you heaps. Have a beautiful day.